Here is a world-class sportsman who once dominated the boxing ring and then dominated over his fortune that most can only dream of. Now just imagine how that champion's life has transformed over the years, from the peaks of success to the challenges and luxuries of retirement. Well, in this interesting episode, we are going right into the captivating world of one of boxing's legends, Mike Tyson, as we uncover his jaw-dropping wealth and mesmerizing lifestyle that define his remarkable journey. So let's get started. Mike Tyson, the future world champion, didn't exactly have the easiest start in life. Born on June 30th, 1966 in the tough neighborhood of Fort Greene, Brooklyn. Suddenly, his life became tougher when his mom married Jimmy Kirkpatrick. Now let's talk about Fort Greene. It wasn't exactly the safest place for a kid to grow up. Survival was the name of the game for Tyson, his mom, and his siblings. Well, Tyson turned into a bit of a street fighter. He even got involved in some not-so-great stuff with local gangs. By the time he hit 13, the local police had slapped him with over 38 arrests. But here's where the story takes a turn. Tyson's life changed when he ended up at the Tyron School for Boys in Johnstown, New York. It was a pivotal moment that set him on a very different path. Now let's fast forward to the turning point in Mike Tyson's life. The Tyrone School for Boys. This place was about to change the game for him. See, there was this counselor named Bobby Stewart, and he had this keen eye for spotting talent. At this moment, he saw something special in Tyson. A budding boxing talent. So Bobby did something pretty amazing. He introduced Tyson to the legendary trainer, Cus D'Amato. And let me tell you, Cus saw the same potential that Bobby did. He saw a future champ in the making. Here, the dynamic duo started working on some seriously unique boxing techniques, stuff that Cus had honed while training another boxing legend, Floyd Patterson. And Tyson? Well, he was like a sponge, soaking up all that knowledge. At just 15 years old, Tyson made his debut in the boxing scene. Can you believe it? He stepped into the ring and showed the world what he was made of. In 1981 and 1982, he snagged gold medals at the National Junior Olympics Games, not just once, but 2 years in a row. And to top it all off, in 1984, he took home the gold at the National Golden Gloves Tournament. So now, Mike Tyson was all set to take on the world. He kicked off his professional career on March 6, 1985 with a bang, defeating Hector Mercedes in the first round with a technical knockout. Just 18 months later, on November 22, 1986, Tyson did something remarkable. He became the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Then on August 1st, 1987, he snagged the IBF heavyweight belt. Now let's talk about a legendary matchup. On January 22nd, 1988, Tyson defended his title against none other than Larry Holmes, the guy who had beaten the great Muhammad Ali on October 2nd, 1980. So you can imagine the hype around this fight, with many seeing it as Tyson avenging his idol Ali. Well, the fight ended in the fourth round with a knockout win for the 21-year-old champ. But as they say, what goes up must come down. In 1990, Tyson faced his first defeat when Buster Douglas knocked him out in the 10th round. He did manage to bounce back with 8 wins and even reclaim the WBC and WBA titles, but time was ticking. After that, on November 9th, 1996, Tyson suffered his second defeat. Evander Holyfield beat him via TKO in the 11th round. On June 28, 1997, during their rematch, things took a bizarre turn. Tyson bit parts of Holyfield's right ear in what would forever be known as the bite fight. The referee had to step in, disqualifying Tyson. Eventually, Iron Mike made a comeback on January 16, 1999. He had some wins under his belt, but his final attempt at regaining the championship title ended in disaster. On June 8, 2002, British boxer Lennox Lewis sent Tyson to the canvas in the 8th round, putting an end to his last charge. His last victory came on February 22, 2003, against Clifford Etienne. From day one of his professional career, he was rolling in cash. I mean, he was one of the richest boxers out there. Now, according to Celebrity Net Worth, Mike Tyson currently sits at a net worth of $10 million. Well, he made a comeback in 2020 with the lockdown knockdown against Roy Jones Jr., and that probably padded his bank account quite a bit. But let's rewind a bit. From the moment he won his first world title, the WBC heavyweight, till his retirement, Iron Mike was cashing in those big checks. We're talking $1.5 million for the Trevor Berbick fight. In the 90s, those checks started hitting double digits, with reports of him ranking in $30 million for bouts against Frank Bruno and those epic battles with Evander Holyfield. And guess what? The mother of all paychecks was that Lennox Lewis fight, rumored to be a staggering $103 million. So with a name like Mike Tyson, companies lined up to have him endorse their stuff. Black energy drink, copper gel, smart cups, you name it. Then there's Tyson Ranch, his very own merchandise operation. And don't forget Tyson 2.0, his foray into the cannabis world with Undisputed Cannabis. Tyson and Holyfield even joined forces in Karma Holdings and launched Holy Bites last year. Additionally, they teamed up with former WWE star Ric Flair and snagged a majority stake in Flair's Ric Flair drip line. All this cannabis stuff reportedly brings in a cool $900,000 per month. But wait, there's more. Tyson got his podcast game going strong with Hotboxing with Mike Tyson, though exact earnings from that venture are a bit of a mystery. It means he is doing something right in his life, right? In the recent update, Mike Tyson's car collection is like something out of a dream, or maybe a movie. In 1985, he dropped $30,000 on his first set of wheels, a Cadillac Eldorado. But then, he got into this habit of treating himself to a Rolls-Royce whenever he felt like it. Whereas in 1989, he snagged a Mercedes-Benz SL Class that set him back $48,000. Among his impressive collection, Iron Mike used to own a Ferrari 456 GT Spider, a Lamborghini Super Diablo worth $500,000, a Jaguar XJ220, a Cadillac Escalade, and even a Hummer. And guess what? Once he walked into a car dealership and decided to buy not one, not two, but 20 cars. Reportedly, he rolled out of there with 5 Bentley Azures alone, totaling nearly $1.5 million. And now, as for his current car collection, well, that's a bit of a mystery, but one thing's for sure, his love for luxury wheels was a sight to behold. Back in the 90s, Tyson decided to bring a little bit of the jungle to his home. He got himself 3 white Royal Bengal tigers. Yep, you heard that right. Tigers. These magnificent beasts set him back $70,000 each, and yes, he had a whole fancy setup for these big cats, complete with a caretaker who was raking in $125,000 a year just to look after them. And even when he filed for bankruptcy, Tyson still had to cough up around $8,100 a year for their care. But that's not all. Tyson had a soft spot for pigeons. Yes, pigeons. His love for these birds started when he was just a kid in Brooklyn, around 8 or 9 years old. He even ended a relationship once when he found out the lady wasn't too keen on his feathered friends. Moreover, Tyson's miscellaneous expenditures at the peak of his earnings were off the charts. He threw a 30th birthday party that cost him $410,000. Just for walking around money, he needed a cool $240,000 a month. His phone bills and cell phones add up to $230,000, and he was dropping another $100,000 each month on jewelry and clothes. Yep, that's Mike Tyson for you. Living life large and not holding back on the spending. Thanks for watching the entire video. Now hit that like, share, and subscribe button of this channel. Take care.